Hi, this is a very short little video on how to crochet. You do your slip knot and say you want to chain. Let's just chain a few just to show. Now, this is a very thick, extra chunky yarn, and I'm using a size 10 hook, 10 millimeter. So just to show you because it's nice and easy to see. Now, say you want to chain so many for whatever you're doing. And crocheting is easier than knitting as far as telling how much it's going to be, because the length of it, when knitting, you have to do like a swatch first to find out how many inches per how many inches your knitting is going to be, and what size needle you're using it, and what size yarn, what bulk yarn. With crocheting, you get what you see. So say this is going to be what we need. When you first start off, you're going to go into this one right here. Okay. You're going to pull that through. And you're going to pull it through both. And go through your next one. Now, a lot of people, see, this is your first chain. So your very first row is easy. There's not much to hang on to, especially if your yarn is thinner. But you just chain that first row, then you chain into one each one. Now the second one is going to be a little bit more difficult, and I'm going to show you that. Okay, we got to our last stitch. Now we're at the end. We're going to chain one, then turn our work around, then we're going to go into this stitch. Now we're not going into just the first or the second. With crochet, our stitches are, you got to look at them like through the top. That's why I use the big thick yarn. See? Both these right here, that's a stitch. So when you're going through a stitch, you don't just go through just one of them. You go through both. That's going through one stitch. Not just, there are certain patterns that call for going through just the back. But if you're just regular crocheting, to go through a stitch is to go through both on top when you look down on top. So, if we're here and want to go through that first one, take our yarn, pull it through, pull it up, wrap it around again, pull it through both. Now the second stitch, see, we've gone through both. That's one stitch. It's easier to see when you use the big chunky yarn. And we pull it through both. Now the next stitch, go right through both. You can tell on the top. And pull it through. Grab it, pull it through both. I mean, it depends if you're doing triple crochet, double crochet, whatever, single crochet. But when you're crocheting, this is the basic, is this is considered one stitch. Not just going through just the one. No, you got to go through both. That's one stitch. because I made that mistake when I first started crocheting. Okay, you go through both. That's one stitch. Pull it through once, pull it through twice. But I made the mistake when I first started crocheting. I was going just like this. And that's actually splitting the stitch in half. You want to go through both. So it looks like this from the top. Okay? And that's it. Any questions at all, feel free to ask me. Thank you.